we could I'm definitely enjoying the fact that we could get back to business here. Yeah, so it turns out the bitrate was just kind of being screwy. I had it set at 5,000, but apparently my bandwidth took a massive steaming bad thing on it, and now that we're after a little bit of tweaking, I decided to set it back to 4,000, which seems to be pretty enough, and just enough bandwidth so that I can get this stream going on well. So, while I have your attention, I've been instructed, or rather, you know, suggested with an iron fist to go ahead and entertain you guys for a bit. Now, what Sushi meant by that is probably something along the lines of a story or some interaction, or I don't know what he meant by that. One possible way of interpretation, though, is that for an adult stream, I assume most of us are in the 16 to 18 range, we are going to explore some adult themes. Like taxes. So listen up, guys. I was employed for a couple of months, and I got my paycheck and everything, and I spent most of it, and now I have to get another job just so I can pay my taxes in a couple of months from the previous job. You know, income taxed. Yeah, so that's gonna suck. Alright, I'm looking around for now, actually. I didn't actually do my taxes yet, but I think I've never done my taxes before, actually, ever. I'm not quite certain how to do it. I know you have to pay money. It's like a bill that you don't know how much you have to pay, and if you mess it up, you go to jail. That's around my extensive knowledge on the matter, so kind of a little confused as to how many of the pesos I need to be doling out to. I think there's like a form. I know there are names like W2, A4 1080. Generally like forms that sound like graphics cards that I have to fill out and then mail with a check or something like that. So I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and have to do that in a little bit. Gonna be great, and I have to get a new job just so I can do that. So that's gonna suck a little bit of monkey foot. I'm actually gonna go ahead and go on Craigslist right now. We're gonna do a little bit of a job hunt, you guys. Does that sound like fun? Does that sound like fun? I think it sounds like fun. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and job hunt, you guys, just for a little bit. Oh no, can't see the secrets. Craigslist. There we go. Now, what can an incredibly handsome StarCraft 2 local community caster, 5200 MMR Masters Protoss and the NA ladder do in the Reno Tahoe area? Let's see. Computer? Computer sounds like something I could do. Maybe they need someone to test out keyboards, or, you know, play StarCraft. Let's see. Experienced mover wanted. 15 per hour, 3 hour minimum. Okay, I can move stuff. Hang on. Did you hear that? I just picked up my phone and dropped it, so this guy's gonna be pretty happy. I'm not quite certain that's what I'm looking for, though. He's on Etsy. They need help with everything Etsy. Okay, what's that? What's Etsy? Etsy. Oh wait, what if it's a porn site? No, they wouldn't list it if it were that, would they? We're gonna close that out. Oh crap! I wish I knew more about stuff. Then I wouldn't have to. Okay. So they're on Etsy. People probably don't want to admit they're on a, you know, adult filmography sexual site if they, you know, on Craigslist in the computer gigs area. If you know all the ins and outs, the ways to make it work. Oh geez, maybe it is actually. To make it the page when people are searching what keywords work best. It actually could be. I don't know. And you want to oh, an Etsy seller. Oh, okay, so this either got extremely worse than what I thought it was, or it's actually a buying site. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's nothing bad, so I'm hovering my mouse over the X button in case, and it's e-commerce. Great. Let's go ahead and check out Etsy, actually. What is this? Unique everything. Oh. Oh, no, I think I've heard about this. It's like people make stuff and then sell it here. Like a really shitty eBay, right? Let me see, actually. Clothing and shoes. Art and collectibles. Wow, very cool. I wonder what happens if I search for Protoss. Because I'm a Protoss fanboy. Large Immortal Arisa Spray. Well, you're either one or the other. You can't be both. 3D printed fall in Las Vegas. StarCraft from 5. Ooh. Oh, actually some pretty cool stuff here. Protoss necklace. Hey. Looks very poorly machined. But actually not too bad. Actually, this place looks pretty cool. Actually, I kind of like this. Artanis. Wow, someone made an Artanis figurine. Looks really pretty. I think I heard the game ready sign, so I have to stop on browsing here real quick. But we're gonna go back to that in a little bit. This is like a cool website. We're gonna check it out later. Right now, we have responsibilities to take care of responsibly, so we're gonna move back to Psionic default. Let me check out the stream, and oh my god, doesn't it look so much more pretty? Oh my dog, the stream looks so much more pretty. Alright. Wow, 21 concurrent viewers. Guys, thank you so much for tuning on in. Let's see. We are here. We are almost ready to go, and everyone's ready. Caster ready. Smiley make. Oh, I was about to like make a really sarcastic remark about like, you know, player check, and I was like, hey, caster check. What? But yeah, we're good. Oh, actually, November didn't want match history. Oh no, November, no! It's fine, I know November. She probably doesn't care about that much. It's gonna be a PVZ. It's gonna be pretty. One thing I do kind of wish, though, just before I get... I'll tell you guys later. Right now, we have a game to cast. Let's do what we came here to do. Yeah, guys? Alright. Spawning! In the bottom right-hand position of Catalyst, she is representing our... Stop that. She is representing our light pink Protoss player. Give it up for the one, the only, the November. Playing for Psionic Aftermath. Actually, the best team ever created, you know, always ever. For some reason, I don't know. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. It's actually the best thing in the universe. And in the top left-hand position, spawning in Catalyst. Because that's, you know, everybody knew that. Representing our Blue Zerg player. Please give a warm welcome to my friend and yours, Bull Sammy Lowell. Which I gotta think of a nickname for, because 4 syllables is kind of the cutoff point for me. I would love to be able to say 4-syllable names as smoothly and quickly and as coolly as possible. I just can't, you guys. It's just, doesn't roll off the tongue very quickly, and it builds up so much saliva in my mouth that I have to swallow immediately after saying it. Like that. So we're just gonna call him, Sammy. Sammy seems good. Alright, so November's gonna go ahead and scout out Sammy. Let's see what she's up to actually right now. It looks actually like a pretty normal Protoss build. She kind of missed the chrono there, but I'm not going to be too critical. Actually, I just realized this is the one time I can be super critical of November. Or actually of people in general. I don't got to be critical of many people, honestly. And now, since, you know, she's part of my own team, she plays my own race, I get to say things. So, Mr. Chrono, patrolled the probe over here instead of sending it up to do a hatch block. Getting a cybernetics score? Oh, if this were up to me, she'd have like 5 gate, 6, 7. She'd have a nexus right there. She'd have a nexus right there on top of this hatchery, and she'd recall all of her probes onto it in like an old-fashioned worker rush. You know what? That's what she needed to do. But you know what? I don't expect someone as new to Protoss as November to do something like that. So we forgive her for the time being. And just are gonna see what she has in store for us today, because she's been so kind as to play for our pleasure in front of 20 million people watching this stream. Ay caramba, quite a lot of people today. And so far, pretty standard play. She's gonna go and go for that Stargate and Adept that is chronoed out, so pretty much the most vanilla thing anyone can ever do in the whole universe. That is the meta in PvZ right now. There has been some talk of changing some things to Protoss. Not by Blizzard, but just kind of like by people, you know? While we wait for this game to get started, it is interesting to note that most PvZ openings are in fact 2 Adepts, or Adept Stalker, or Adept, or Adept into Stargate, and then you go from there. And I know a lot of the people watching this may be like, oh, well, Stargate is just tech you have to get, you know? Like a Roach Warren for a Zerg, or like a Spawning Pool. And you know, to that I have to say, it'd be nice to explore different options, because Stargate really does limit... Oh, actually, that Adept died. It really does limit what you can do quickly on. Granted, a lot of openings do kind of go into it very naturally. Like, see this. Like, she's gonna go ahead and go for an Oracle, followed up by Adept Pressure. That's what she's gonna do. But it would be nice to just be able to viably open up with just Twilight, so we can have, like, early aggression with Adepts, or we can have, like, you know, DT drops come back, which I really do actually miss. not super viable right now. Drops are just so scary. But I think what'll be good is that the newest patch we are talking about, well, not the newest patch, but, you know, the patch in the works is that Zerg gets rid of their Evo Chamber drop tech, and that's going to be so much nicer because it is hell to play against Zerg players like this, because he is going for Dropper Lords, and this is not very nice. Does he have a Baiting Nest? No, so there is going to be a Dropper Lord play. It's so hard to scout this out, honestly, if you're Protoss. You got to be empathetic toward November, you guys. She's just now going to come in with this, you know, Oracle. See, there's no Spores. See, there's only a couple of drones. Look at that. Doesn't even care. Immediately runs back home with that Oracle. And yep, she's getting shield battery, so good spider senses from our friend November. There we go. Actually, a little bit of a misplay here from our friend Sammy. No Neopatites Carapace, or rather no Dropper Lords on this side of the map, so a big mistake there. It's going to go and delay his push by a fair amount. Meanwhile, November, don't do that. November, let's go back in the wall. November, no! Go back in the wall, thanks. Okay, so she has 2 Oracles. Gonna go ahead. She thinks the majority of the links are over here. No. They're gonna get dropped in the main base. Alright, 3 hatcheries worth of production from Sammy. Let's go. November actually moving across the map. Does she? She definitely sees his links. And there we go. She's moving on back. She was thinking she got psyched up, but she was not. She needs a lot more than 1 shield battery, you guys. This is gonna be very dangerous very quickly. First Overlord already dropping on into the main. A lot of energy on these Oracles is gonna be invaluable. And she's not holding the wall. Oh, the humanity, you guys. Not many probes going down now, but now they start to drop like flies. 3, 4. Those are some strong-ass flies. Jesus, only 4 going on down. Bailey actually going to go and try and get some good connects. Speed connects, and nothing happens. Meanwhile, a couple of Banings. And Overlord's going to drop right in the mineral line. Okay splits from November. Not as bad as it could have been. Still up 10 workers. And actually has 4 gateways and Glaives finishing on up. So Glaives actually very powerful in this situation. And now November moving across the map. Bolstan with a very miscalculated aggressive attack. Now, he's going to go ahead and have to recover on his side of the map economically, while also responding to this Glaive Adept attack. November needs to move on right now. 2 Oracles and Adepts like this. This would be pretty dangerous if Sammy didn't lose all of that army. If he didn't sacrifice his economy so much, it'd still be a hard attack to hold. November, gotta make sure to split. Oh, no more shields on these Adepts. Actually, a very big mistake there. And now a lot of them are gonna drop. Ooh. Wow, I've never realized how good shields are on Adepts, huh? So a lot of those guys are gonna get cleaned up, or rather gals, as Adepts do not... Actually, is race a thing? Gender a thing in Protoss world? Not Protoss world. It's not a theme park. In Protoss, is gender a thing? I know there are some, like, you know, effeminate Protosses, like, you know, the effeminate Protosses that are, like, you know, in the Legacy of the Void campaign, they were girl Protosses, or at least they had girl voice actors play them. For that matter, how do Protoss reproduce? I don't really want to think about it, honestly. It's like thinking about how your... I don't even want to... It's like thinking about how your parents reproduce. Because that's how I feel about Protoss. It's been with me for so long. I can't think about that. I can't think about that, you guys. November's asking for a lag. He says nope. We're on Western. Maybe that's part of it. Gotta be careful if you typing in-game like this, because you can be a little bit... can be a little misleading. Whoa! Just like that, boys. Look at that. Look at what... Oh, they still find time to wag their tails while frozen in time. These Zergans are dedicated, man. They are dedicated. So, Sammy does not want to transition out of this at all. And actually, November in a little bit of trouble because she's trying to tech up. Oh, no. Though she just got out the bailing, so that's going to be a little nice at least. Oh! Zergans decided they can run the other way, which is actually pretty cool. And they are going to go ahead and clean on up. The food is here, which means I am missing burritos every second I'm casting, which means you guys better appreciate me, because I am skimping out on so much guacamole right now. Meanwhile, November is going to go ahead and defend this with fair amount of beans. Honestly, Adepts are kind of like the unsung heroes of defending against Zerg aggression. I remember when I used to open up with, when it was used to still be viable to open up with just Glaive Adepts, it was, you know, running up against an aggressive Zerg, it was so funny to watch. You would just trade so well against Zerglings. And, you know, we don't see that as much as often right now, but look at this. November is definitely showing us how good it still is. These Adepts, like, so many kills on each one. 3, 5, 2, 1. Take a look at the trade she's been taking. Look at that. 3,000 minerals to 2,000. 12 Adepts for all of this. And a Cyber Core and 14 probes, but that's not what's important. Actually, a Robo Bay coming out up here for November. So she is going to go for that double Colossus build, which I really, really do enjoy. I don't like it for some reasons. It definitely does slow the game down a little bit. I would have enjoyed her to throw down maybe 4, 8 extra gates. Actually, probably just like 6 extra gates, go up to 10 gates, throw down a Templar Archives, get some charge, and then push out across the map. It would hit a little bit earlier than a double Colossus timing, but I still think it's very powerful what she's going for. But Bull Sammy does have time to relax for the time being. I mean, he's still gonna go and try to do some damage, because don't get me wrong, he knows how boned he is. For lack of a better word, no, actually, there is no better word. He is boned. He's like bone dry. Like, if you ate 50 wings and left the bones up, like, you know, 50 boned wings, and then you stacked them all into a compressor and compressed that down into one single bone, that's not even coming close to the amount of bone Sammy is this game. Down so many workers, down so much army supply. November can? Oh. Oh, there we go. Pretty damn ominous. She was actually complaining about lag a little earlier, so now, yeah, our player's developing a little bit of lag. Oh god, they're at Kitoba. I'm starving. That's okay. It is November. That is a little bit unfortunate. And, oh, November. Aww, that doesn't count. I mean, well, maybe that's not the first thing I should have said, but maybe that's just a disconnect. I'm not quite sure what TAWOT rules are on disconnects. I hope they're a little bit lenient. These things do happen, especially in the community scene. You can't really, not many people, you know, have that super awesome 1 trillion gigabytes down, 1 quadrillion gigabytes up kind of internet connection. So, yeah, I think that we are just gonna go ahead and restart it. As you can see in the chat here, they're trying to decide what to do, so I will try and entertain you guys while they wait for that. So, without further ado, pretty cool, right? Alright. She kicked it. That's why I did during the countdown. I learned my lesson, you guys. I'm not going to try to entertain you guys anymore. It's fine. Let's see how the stream is going. Actually, not bad at all. Still at 21 viewers, which is very nice. And actually, very active chat, which is lovely to see. I definitely do love our community StarCraft scene. But yeah, please bear with us, you guys, as we try to figure out what to do. And, oh! Did I just disconnect? I disconnected something? I don't know what it is. Oh my god. Did I just unplug someone from life support? The worrying thing is, I have no way of knowing because I don't know what I just unplugged. Granted, I can say with fair certainty that I probably didn't, but not 100%. Oh. External hard drive. Back, sorry, lagged out. I'm gonna go ahead and give her 1, 2 hearts, because that's less than 3. And say there's no problem. We resuming from replay. Oh, I think I have the replay, right? Don't I? Sure. Yep, I have the replay here if anyone needs it. God, Blizzard is so damn good with this stuff. Oh, is this the first? No, this isn't the... Okay, so this is actually pretty cool. This is one of the first this is the first game I played on this computer, right? No, it's not. I actually, you know what sucks? Oh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I want to go ahead and go to my old computer. I don't have the first game I ever played on this computer. This is a very nice... I almost hit the power button. This is a very nice new computer that I got for after, you know, graduation gift from so. I just kissed my computer because that's how much. Even if there's like a 1 in a trillion chance it's alive, she deserves it. He. I don't know the femininity of. I don't. It's just like the Protoss. God damn it! I don't know if my computer has gender. Whatever. Okay, that's fine. Where was I going with this? Yeah, I definitely still have my old computer. I remember my first StarCraft game. I'm really happy that I do, because a lot of people, or a lot of things I don't remember the first thing of, which is pretty cool, so I'm glad I remember my first StarCraft game. I was playing Protoss, and I was like, man, The first StarCraft thought I had when I was in game was, man, that guy in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, you know, the executor, when you click on your Nexus and stuff like that, that guy looks like a tree. Like a tree folk, you know, kind of like that, right? So I was like, man, these must be the tree people, the very advanced tree people. And of course, I soon grew to love these tree people as my own, because as it turned out, tree people actually used lasers. Which at first I was like, oh, they harness the energy of the sun and they zoom, 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 and zoom, zoom. And then I played the campaign and realized, no, they're just actually not tree people at all. I don't even think they've even ever seen a tree, so, you know, probably not a good one. But, yeah, Bullstammy actually saying, I may not win this one, though. There's like, well, why even remake? I think he has still a fair chance. I mean, 30 to 60 drones, I've seen worse. Granted, I've never won, but I've seen worse. Oh, man. But yeah, I played the Tree People race. It's pretty good. I like it. But yeah, what I was saying is, I still have my old computer over there, and it hasn't been booted up in like years and years. But I would think one nice project to do, if I hit like a certain goal, like maybe 10 subs on my personal stream, I'd like open it up and watch my first replay and cast it. Oh, that'd be so cool. I'm so nostalgic about it. Because StarCraft was such a big part of your life, you know? Imagine having the first game you've ever played and then going back after all these years of StarCraft and casting and community games and just being able to just say, wow, look how shit I was. And a lot of people still are. And that would be a magical moment, I think. I remember what it was kind of about. I think it was on, it was on Overgrowth, actually. Yeah, it was on Overgrowth. Was it? Yeah, it was on Overgrowth, and it was a PvT on Overgrowth. That's what it was. The first game I can never remember I played was a PvT on Overgrowth, and needless to say, I lost. In fact, I'm pretty sure almost nobody has won their first, you know, ranked or unranked game on that. Or if anybody has, you know, put your money where your mouth is. But oh, I certainly did not. But I got better, and now I can wreck Terrans I can wreck Terrans with a... Shit, how do I check that? Crap. I know how to check this. Wait, no, the joke is fading. I can wreck Terrans with a... Oh, shit. 55% accuracy rate. There we go. Found it. Oh. I can do... Oh. I recovered before if need me to. They're still trying to figure it out. Which is fair. You don't get into a lot of these situations. I remember... Oh, I'm so nostalgic all of a sudden. I don't know why, you guys. This is like not a time for me to get nostalgic. Maybe maybe in like 10 years from now when I'm like holding up a big old BlizzCon trophy, maybe then I can get nostalgic, but I don't know why. Right now I'm so nostalgic. Like the first time I got accepted to a team to do casting, oh, I was so happy. It was with IGX, I think. And they gave me so many games, and there were so many cool people in there too. And then Psionic Aftermath talked to me, and then they were like super cool too. And I was like, hey, I'll cast for you guys too. And you know, they gave me even more stuff, and the guys seemed really friendly. And then like a year and a half later, I'm still here. Oh my gosh, memories. I also remember the first game ever. I also remember the freaking 12-hour casting session I did for them. For these, not 12 hours, it's more like 9 to 8 hours straight of casting and being excited. You know how hard it is to be excited for 8 hours, you guys? I was never excited ever again. Yeah, I died after that, but yeah. Anyways, enough memories, you guys. I don't need any more of this. Whew. Oh, Chokamula says, this is like 2 minutes later after you, this is like 5 minutes after you said that, but I should read chat more often. He says, if you spoke French, your computer would have a gender. Funny story, Chokamula. I actually, I'm learning Punjabi, which is my ethnic language, kind of, right? And that has genders too, and so does Spanish. In fact, a lot of things have genders, which really sucks. Which really sucks. Why does having gender suck, you may say, for inanimate objects? Well, because when I'm talking about the damn refrigerator, I don't need to know if it's a male, if it's a guy or a girl refrigerator. It's just a refrigerator, but you can't just say it's a refrigerator. You have to say it's a refrigerator, and then your verb has to be female or male. I don't even know what it is, man. I freaking hate, even my toenail clippings, I bet you have a gender, and that's horrible. Okay, go. Let's see, 5, 4, 3. Enough about me talking about the gender of my toenail clippings. We're going back in game, you guys. Let's go ahead and get ready to rumble. Don't sue me. Bullseyme's still in a pretty shit position. that is where we at. That's what's good in the hood so far. He's trying to do some damage. Here is Bullseye. These 2 Glaive Adepts should be able to take out. These lanes are definitely just going to be a little bit of an annoyance. November actually falling into a little bit of a pitfall of macro. Yeah, so she is having a lot of problems spending her money. Honestly, at this point, there's no shame in just taking. Actually, no, this is more like a strategy. You need to take a couple of, let's say 20 seconds, right? Don't do anything else. Just macro up. Don't make any more. Just like throw down 10 pylons. And not throw down like 4 or 5 pylons even. 4 or 5 pylons, and then 4 more gateways and a Templar Archives and get charged on the way. Right? No shame in that. No shame whatsoever in doing that. Meanwhile, November is going to continue to play defensively. She knows she's in a good position. Oh, she knows she's in a great position. Actually, on both side of the map, let's see what he's doing. Just going for a Hydroling Bane. You see, I don't like that. And I know it's easy to be critical of somebody. No, I know it's not easy to be critical of somebody who took insane amounts of not damage and in the early game, because they took a lot of indirect damage in the early game. Someone compelled someone to follow someone, me rambling on like that. So thank you, I am a Shaden, for the follow. We really do appreciate that, supporting the local StarCraft 2 scene. I know it is, and I can't. Okay. Deep breaths. I know it is easy to be critical of somebody who took a lot of damage early on and now they're not doing the thing you want, but I really do think Bullseye needed to kind of look at this game and say, what's the one thing that gets me back in this game? What's the one thing that I can get that can make this Protoss die? Even if I'm behind an army, even in workers, what's the Hail Mary pass, right? And honestly, I think that was Mutalisks, honestly. I mean, they're the closest to DTs you can get versus Protoss, honestly. You can't. I mean, Borodroges you can't see, but as far as the intent, like the thought behind it, it's DTs that are really, or Mutalisks that are really the DTs of the Zerg race. Bullseye could have maybe. Actually, to change things to trigger Stasis Ward? I have no idea. Bullseye could have done something like, a big Mutaswitch. We've seen November not scout a lot. And even though she does have a Stargate, I would have loved to see it. Just, make it work. Try and make it work. Anyways, Phoenix is rolling on in. He's going to try to hold on through, but oh my god, such good force from our friend November. And I think she may just take this one up. Tied up 1-1 for the glory of Psionic Aftermath. Look how safe she's playing. She recalled in the natural, didn't she? Oh, but thankfully no Archon, so it's all good. Yeah, so this is actually looking pretty bad for November. He now lost his base. I mean, at this point, he may just have to just go. As you can see, no drones in the production tank. He's just going to go ahead and go to Pound Town on November. November, fortunately, has anti-Pound Town stasis wards set up in a very nice position. Now, this base is actually very well protected by cannons and a shield battery. Now, while this may not save the whole base, it definitely is going to buy enough time to let November go ahead and respond with their big, strong, proud, happy army. Gonna go ahead and chase this. Actually, I would not be surprised to see a Shade on board here. Pick up a couple more Hydras. And actually, he's gonna activate. Yeah, my Protoss girl. Gonna go ahead and activate those Oracles. Kill off a couple of Hydras in the name of love. Now November up 60 to 43 workers, up in bases, up in army supply. She is playing so cautiously, and rightfully so. I mean, Bane on creep can still roll on in and explode this whole army, don't get me wrong at all. Especially with no stalkers. And actually, look at this, gonna lose a couple of zealots right there to the rocks. He's gonna warp in a couple more zealots. I honestly think at this point, stalkers would just be better. Just to have some sort of buffer against the thing that kills you, which is gonna go ahead and be these banelings. But November is just so far ahead, it may not even matter at the end. She does blow up a lot of her army. well, a lot of her army does Capona, but it's not going to matter. The Colossi stand strong, the Immortals stand strong, and November stands strong and tall this game, warping in another wave of Zealots. It is a little bit too much. Both enemies says GG, and November is victorious. Gonna go and tie this up 1-1, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and really quickly get my food and come back on, but I promise you guys I'll be back super quickly, so don't freak out. Really cool game. Hope you guys keep watching, and I'll see you guys in just a little bit of a second. We'll go ahead and switch it back here so we have the nice... Whoa! Sorry for that ear damage, you guys. I'm gonna go... Actually, I do need to go to the bathroom, too. I'm gonna go bathroom real quick. 5 min, please? Question mark. And I'm just gonna ask him beforehand because it's good to do it. November says same, so we're on the same page here. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning on in us so far. Don't touch that dial. Actually, I need to change the stream name. That's right. Oh, never mind. So, hey, Sushi already changed it. What a guy. Don't touch that dial. Mr. 789 will be right back. See you guys in a bit. Actually, I'm gonna get some water too. Always get water while casting. Seriously, I'm saving your lives here. I also bruised my butt, but I'll talk about that later. Dad's home. How you doing, guys? Hope I didn't keep everyone waiting too long. And by the look on my screen, Apparently not. Okay. I'm back. Actually, I'm gonna wait a little bit before telling him I'm back. Ah, I'm so bad. So I can have a little bit of this burrito. Let's see what my brother got me. It's gonna be... well, shit, okay. On Backwater is gonna be next map. But let me try this out. Let me see. So good. Like, better than Tempest hitting Broodlord's good, you guys. Oh my... Dude, Qdoba's got such good food. Oh! There's me if I'm ready. Go, go. There we go. One more bite. One more bite. Just one more bite. Okay. We're good to go. Steak burrito. Oh, whoops. Oh, is this a skewer? It's actually a skewer. I'm just gonna put it back where I put it. I don't know why there's a skewer up here. And probably the person who put it there doesn't want me touching it, so hands off, I guess. I need to change the scene, don't I? Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that, you guys. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's go and introduce our players here. Spawning in the bottom right hand position of Backwater, representing our turquoise. Actually, go ahead and tell me in chat, what color is that? Turquoise? And whoever gets it right, I'll give 10 million bits of atoms from my air delivered over the lifetime. Whoever gets that color right gets that. And it's not turquoise, because I lied to you guys. I have a different color in mind, and whoever guesses it, I don't know, I'll mod them. I won't. In the top left-hand position, spawning as a pink Protest player, really bringing it home last game, representing Psionic Aftermath. Please give a warm welcome to my friend and yours. She is November. The Scarlet Protoss, because she's as good as Protoss as Scarlet is with Zerg. At least I think that's a cool nickname. I don't know. I'm not really good with nicknames. We've been over this, you guys. Ugh, okay, now all I can think about is my burrito. That was a bad idea. I realized something. You know what? The more I cast, the more I learn. Which is good. And now I learned to just, you know, either cast or eat. Don't try to do both, because then you have like rice stuck in your teeth when you're trying to talk, and, you know, burritos. It's like distract you with your allure of steak, and it's, can't get my mind off you. Burrito. Burritos aren't alive. At least not to you guys. Alright. Command Center is going to go ahead and go up on the lookout for Crumb. There is a Reaper. November is not doing anything super special just yet. A little bit delayed on the gases here, but we have been seeing some pros do that. Like me, I know, likes to kind of mess up his gas timings a little bit. It's probably not messing up, but you know, I'm gonna say messing up his gas timings a little bit, because he just likes to delay them a little bit. November actually, ooh, very good play here with the probe. Gonna go and bring the Reaper back on home, so he cannot scout him out, and should be able to recall this. Nope, not able to recall it in time, unfortunately. So Reaper does end up getting the probe, but it does delay this significantly, which means there will be a Stalker out by the time that Crumb moves across the map, and that's actually pretty cool. November is actually a very brainy player, as you can see here. She is going to go ahead and do that in order for her Stalker to deny the scout on the Twilight Council. Very nice play here from November. Gonna go ahead and catch the Reaper. Crumb is gonna go ahead and run away. Actually, is gonna do a jump up, but from this position, I don't believe you can see this Twilight Council, and if you can, holy shit, I wish Tempest could do that. Meanwhile, Stalker is moving across the map for November, which, you know what, you do you, November, you do you. We have seen Stalkers able to wreak a little bit of havoc on Terran players, but they do stuff like this. They get bunkers, and they are good. Now, Crumb's gonna go for a quick third base. Actually, a very poor choice. Considering the third, or rather the blink coming out from November. So this aggression from November is definitely gonna be piled on in the form of blink stalkers. Unfortunately, she's not gonna go ahead and move across the map just yet, and she actually doesn't have any, yeah, the probe died. Of course it died, we saw it die. And one died over there too. But she doesn't have any probe across the map, so she can't really do any aggressive warp-ins, which would kinda does take away the purpose of blink stalker aggression versus Terran. You really want to stay there for as long as possible, pick up as many Marines, Marauders, SCVs as you can before blinking on home, ideally not losing anything. So I am a little bit concerned about that. She is getting a Robo, but it seems a little late. Robo's definitely not going to be finished by the time Blink is, and on top of that, she still needs a Warpism. And yep, Crumb gets on in, scouts out the Blink, scouts out the Chrono, scouts out the Robo. And Cat's pretty much out of the bag here. I mean, these Stalkers also do give it away too that it is going to be Blink. So we're gonna have to see what his response is. Gonna go ahead and go for a reactor. A little bit strange, but maybe he wants... hang on. Sorry about that. Got that piece of rice unstuck. Maybe he wants a couple of Cyclones to hold off against the aggression, which would be fine. I definitely am more of a fan of siege tanks against Blink Stalkers, because Cyclones, while good, not the most amazing thing when compared to siege tanks. And you can just like stick them right here, stick them right there, stick them here, stick them there, everywhere, stick, stuff like that, you know? So you're just gonna go ahead and move across the map with 5 Blink Stalkers and try to keep some aggression onto Crumb, put the fear of God into him, and so far being done pretty well. 2 Stalkers already taken out, 2 Marines rather, and Crumb is gonna go ahead and have to pull a couple of SCVs to repair this bunker if she doesn't, if he doesn't want her to break him. And actually, oh, getting dangerously low. No focus fire, though. Oh, that could have actually been broken, I think, and November. She does have Blink, but taking a lot of damage on those Stalkers. Remember, guys, you know, at least lots of people may not think of it this way, but, you know, taking damage on Blink Stalkers is also pretty bad. Ideally. Not super ideally, of course, but you want to blink it back as soon as their shields go away, so you're never actually taking any damage on it whatsoever. Right? But that's okay. November just poking out across the map, wanted to see what's good in the hood. She didn't really see what was so good in the hood. She didn't like see this factory and stuff that she is seeing now, but she does now scout it on out. Does she scout the reactor on there? Yep, she did scout it. Probably didn't see it though. Crumb, I think he sees it, and is gonna go ahead and take out that observer. So a little sad, but you know, she got whatever information she was looking for. So good for November. Meanwhile, let's see what strategy she's going for. Going for more gateways, double forge, and charge. Absolutely, style I am a fan of. You definitely. PvT is a little weird, right? So people still have, I think, to some extent, this weird conception that, you know, Protoss needs splash damage. They need it. They absolutely need it. And this is absolutely true, guys. I mean, if you're like, let's say 10, 15, you know, 16 minutes into a 10, 12, 14, 16 minutes into a PvT, you know, and you don't have splash damage, you're going to be in a big trouble phase. And if you have splash damage, that's not bad. All I'm saying is that there's been a pretty big resurgence in just big gateway heavy armies. As you guys have known, the gateway units have gotten a little bit of a buff with a Stalker DPS. You know, they attack a little bit slower, they can fight a little bit better. And shield batteries too are pretty good defensively. I mean, they're just really good now. And people, they have been good for quite a while actually. So if you guys don't know, you know, staying on Blink Stalkers like this and charge lots, actually a very strong, very viable, very powerful strategy. Now November is going to go ahead and move on in again. A mine drop coming on in. That's November. Well,
mineral field depleted.
Never mind. She's going to go ahead and move on forward and needs to blink back these injured Stalkers. And yep, there you go. Does bait out those Venomine shots as well. But she does have enough to... Here's the thing. If she had, let's say, instead of these 3 Stalkers, let's say 4 charge lots, this would actually be pretty amazing. She could blink on top of this all. Unfortunately, she does not. So the DPS here happens in... So it happens like this. Right? And when you have a bunch of Stalkers doing that, that's not exactly incredible when compared to Marines and Marauders, which go... Right? So, you know, you definitely need those Zealots to soak up that damage. You need the Zealots to do a little bit more residual damage, so the Stalkers don't have to waste their shots on units that have 1 health. Yeah. That's my clapping analogy. So, you know, you definitely can't think on top of that, unfortunately. And that is going to suck a little bit for November. But Crumb is going to go ahead and live to fight another day. He's going to go ahead and try and... Oh, this is cute. Oh, I wonder when he's going to realize this. Oh, was that Artosis? I think that was the Artosis announcer pack. That's funny. This doesn't look like a Protoss. I wonder why he has the Artosis announcer pack. Really weird. I've never heard of an Artosis supply depot. Mild racism aside, let's go ahead and move on over to November's side of the map, where she is going to go ahead and get another Robo and Robotic Space. So here she is, going to go and stay on Gateway units for the majority of the... Sorry. Going to stay in Gateway units for the majority of the mid to early game, and just now going to go ahead and transfer over to a higher tech splash damage as the game progresses. But this is definitely starting to get to the point where she needs those charge lots, or she needs those storms and, you know, good damage AoE stuff. Now, she is going to go ahead and work on a couple of zealots here. They are going to be great for defending, and actually a lot of Widow Mines and Marauders going to get picked on up, and she does see it. A great recall. Wow. How did she see that?
Nothing left in that mineral cluster.
That's how she saw that. That's how she thought that. And he's scanning the army now. I think he was. I thought he was scanning for the observer, and he is scanning for it now, but just not see it. It's over there. Actually, a very valuable observer there. Possibly a game-winning observer. Actually, I'd be pretty comfortable saying that. She's gonna go ahead and take the fight on now. Needs to see some good blink macro there, but this is. No, November. Oh, yeah, this is still a very scary Terran army. Oh, I said no, November. I said no. She's still taking an okay trade. I mean, it's 0-0. No, it's 2-2 against 1-1. So that's definitely. This was an engagement where 2-2 versus 1-1 made a huge difference here. As you can see, that was a very apprehensive blink, like a very scary blink for November to do. As, you know, made apparent by my screaming like a little girl. But those upgrades, man, I tell you, I very rarely take fights where I'm ahead in upgrades. I'm not used to it. I'm a Heart of the Swarm style Protoss, so this is definitely a very, well, I play Legacy of the Void since it came out, but it's still, I'm old-fashioned in the way that I'm, you know, used to being behind in engagements whenever you face Terran. But that was just so powerful from November. Now, she has double, this is great. She has double Colossus coming on up, 3-3 on the way, and getting chronoed out too. She's being very consistent with those chronos. Take a look at those Nexi energy, very low. Very proud of you, November. This is a very strong Protoss, you guys. And look at that. I was just about to say, she has so much gas. Why not throw it on the Templar Archives? Bubble hackers, Templar Archives. So, Crumb, meanwhile, on the other hand, on his side of the map, he has not received any bubble hackers from me, to his great dismay. He is going to go ahead and start getting some Liberators. I think he got 2, but those are just for harassment. And this is starting to become very problematic. If you're Crumb, you realize that 4 Colossus are going to hit your face in the next couple of minutes or so. Probably with some Storm, maybe a couple of Archons, and Charge Rocking Stalkers. So, what do? Well, the main response that Terran has to that is to, first off, you need 2 Stargates. There's no way around that, right? Otherwise, you pretty much just have to stand and fight with this against 4 Colossus. And that never works out. Crumb really needs another Stargate, and at this point it's too late for Vikings. He needs to get Liberators, he needs to stay defensive, he needs to start walling off a lot of these choke points with depots and bunkers and make it really awkward for November to try and engage into him. I mean, that's his best choice so far. This is actually probably one of the worst things he can do. He needs to turtle up back at home. Look at these Colossi, man. This is going to be brutal. Now, there actually isn't that much on the ground here for November. I think a lot of her army is somewhere else. I'm not sure. And look at this, actually great concave and pull back here from our friend Crumb. What is going on? November losing 1-2 Colossus. Oh, this is really damn bad, guys. This was the whole point of the build was a Colossus, and now they're all about to, all except for one, go down. Very big miscalculation here from November, and Crumb just doesn't stop coming. Look at him go. Is this going to be it for November? She was doing so well. Oh, man. I think this may be it. 30 army supply. These Templar just barely got stormed. Oh, I think November missed a couple of warp-ins, or she wasn't mining a lot actually from these Liberators, so that also hindered her ability to warp in. This was not good, you guys. This was not good. Alright, so November lost her win condition push, which was get a 4 Colossus and smack face. Oh, Carrier has arrived. Thank you so much for following, Lysandra, and you will not be disappointed with the stream overall. When I'm on, no promises. This Liberator actually is on the high ground. That's actually the most annoying thing ever, because November Is this? Wait, I thought they fixed that, didn't they? Yeah, okay, never mind. So it's not on the high ground. November can see it. I thought that was funny because on Backwater they had this spot. I'm not sure if this is true or not. I think I'm thinking of some other map, but there used to be this spot where you can set your Liberator and it's on the high ground, and you never want a Liberator on the high ground that can hit probes because that's, you know, really horrible. Really horrible. Cactus Valley actually had the same problem, and that was, you guys know how well Cactus Valley turned out. It got hit with the patch hammer so fast because we are good at complaining. November 2, 4, 6, 8 gateways. Still trying to get those Colossus. Very admirable effort from November so far, but she took a beating there. Nobody's going to try to lie. 78 army supply to 93, and now we can see still one? Really? Still one starport? Okay, that's... Even though after you scouted so many Colossus... Okay. I guess this is more of a... This isn't actually that bad. I can see why he would want to go for Ghost over more Stargates, because maybe he's thinking, you know... Okay, November, this is... Give me the... November has actually crazy stupid vision across the map right now. I think that's that may have slowed it down a little bit more much than it might have been worth it, but it's definitely doing good so far. I mean, having this much vision is like a dream, guys. It's like a dream for Protoss. Like, if I could ever have this much vision, I would be so happy, so happy. But it does definitely take a lot away from your gas income. So November is gonna go ahead and repel this push. Crumb is stimming on back, and yeah, she is making Colossus. So Crumb kind of took a gamble here, hoped that November wouldn't transition back into Colossus since she already lost so many. Maybe thinks she's only gonna stay in Templar, and therefore he's getting the Ghost. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And even then, it does seem kind of weird to move out. If you think your opponent is going for Colossus, you should definitely hit them, but not be getting Ghosts. And if you think they're not going for Colossus, you shouldn't hit them, get a couple of Ghosts, and then go hit them. So I'm a little confused as to what Crumb's reasoning is here. Look at him scanning everywhere, trying to figure out where these observers are, because he knows that, you know, November is keeping tabs on him. I mean, she's been taking so many, she's been reflecting so many of these drops. Actually, a lot of scans going down. This is actually a non-negligible amount of mule energy going to waste here. Probably shouldn't be too bad though. November, yep, there she goes. She is now just responding. He's gonna go ahead and snap the hatchery, which happens to be a Nexus at this point in the game, and just get on out. So very mature response there from November. However, that is a lot of damage on this bio, and while the medevacs can definitely heal it on up, now the most important resource that Crumb has is starport time. He can only produce, yeah, so this starport doesn't even have an add-on on it yet, so it can only produce like Liberators, Vikings, or medevacs at the same time. Right now, he doesn't need any more medevacs, but considering how hurt this bio is, that may actually change here sometime soon. He only has 2 Liberators, definitely needs at least 4 to try and hold on against this. Not as many Starkers as you would have liked to see from November, but overall, shaping up to be a very scary push here. Unfortunately, no... Oh, thank you so much for following Aquan. That stuffing does help us out a lot. Definitely no War Prism here yet. November does realize that it starts to one up immediately. It is going to hinder her ability to push. And a couple of Ghosts here. Can she get the feedback? So good, November. Oh, a little bit of a disjointed engagement here, but look at her. Targeting down the Liberators. Such good feedbacks, too. Oh, with the 2 extra Liberators I was talking about that Crumb needed, half up and up. Can she break on through? The meat on the ground is evaporating away, and she's fighting in the planetary. It's too scrappy. She has to get out of there. I think, I mean, if November just arcs out really well, this can be disastrous. She is riding on the knife's edge. November is going to go ahead and go in this space back here. She is going to go ahead and try and take it on out. And, you know, that's fine. But after this, she has got to go. She needs to recall. Here comes the army from Crumb. Going to go ahead and slam on forward. 1 Colossus goes down. Possibly another, but not going to happen anytime soon. 2 Archons standing so strong. And now Crumb is on the run. 78 armor supply to 36. A lot of the army supply just not coming to reinforce the Zealots. Gonna be such a stitch in Crumb's side. He does still have the planetary though. Ask any Protoss. Without Immortals, cracking planetaries is actually the worst thing invented by man, because they take so much damage away from the actual Terran. They take out so many of your units. They can target down your Templar. It's really annoying. Thankfully though, November is going to go ahead and keep pushing, not letting something as petty as a giant cannon, like literally a giant 50-ton cannon stop her from killing this Terran. But tiny little guns on ships might actually do the trick here. You definitely have to be careful in getting to Liberator. She's going to go ahead and try and move forward to this planetary fortress position again. Look at this. I just want to commend November. She has shown some excellent play. From one practice to another, this is amazing. And now she is going to go ahead and move on forward, try and attack into this planetary. There we go, the Master Player is going down. A lot of the Colossi are going to go ahead and do damage to that planetary, and it is going to fall. Liberator just sent strong, 2 kills on there. Definitely not the best trades November's taken, but they are good enough. Now, November, it's still hard to engage into this. The Terror has more range than you. They can shove themselves into little nooks and crannies like cockroaches and just survive. And it looks as though November, even though she's up so much army supply, is going to go ahead and have to back down for now. Take a deep breath, not push in. 10 Stalkers just got warped in. I retract everything I just said. This is gonna be a slaughterfest. Though, a couple of good EMPs and 1 bad blink later, and you're looking at a completely different game. But I think November is definitely good enough to not allow that to happen. She may... Nah, she's not gonna wait for another warp in. She's just gonna bust on forward. Look at that. No fancy blinks on the Liberators, no speedbacks on the Ghosts, no storms. Just straight up power bustling through. Bustling through the Terran army, and now he's getting forced back to his natural. The supply does not lie. 185 to 196. The soup tells the truth, and now November is desperately... November's not doing anything desperately. She is confidently and very quickly and concisely striking down Chrome where he stands. GG is called. Oh, November, I'm just going to give you a point right now. That was amazing. November takes that match in what is assuredly a clinic on how to play PBT. Look at that. Oh, look at that vision. She was incredible. Absolutely incredible. You know what? The Scarlet Protoss. That is November. I don't care, you guys. She's just got the new nickname. She deserved it. She's the Scarlet Protoss. Scarlet has creep spread. She has observer spread. Did you see that? Like 5 observers covering the whole horizontal vertical length of backwater. It was so cool. That was so cool, November. I gotta take notes on that. That was amazing. Oh, the Scarlet Protoss strikes again, bringing us up 2-1. And I gotta say, I'm very excited to see more of November's games, because these have been absolutely ridiculous so far. Whew. Damn, 33 viewers. Is that new all-time? No. The highest we've ever had was like 40-something. Or the highest I've ever cast was like 40-something, or maybe like 100-something, when it was like a pig versus guitar cheese show match. But, yeah, wow, 33 viewers, definitely a lot for us. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. If you do like this stream, and you do enjoy what you're seeing here, and you enjoy the casting, if you like the stream and what you enjoy seeing here, please go ahead and consider following us. It really does help us out a lot. And if you have so much kindness in your heart that it's just leaking and you need to get rid of it, go ahead and leak a couple of bits our way, and we'd surely appreciate that. Now, who is the next player going to be from AFire? Not sure, but it is going to be on Blackpink, which is actually a very pretty map, I think. One of the more standard maps in the map pool. Nobody hates Blackpink. Nobody really like looks at Blackpink and says, "Oh, this map." No, it's a standard map of the map pool, which, you know, nobody can really campaign against. I certainly can't. I'm a sucker for standard maps. I'm sorry. I like playing standard. I definitely do like Proxy Tempest as much as the next guy, but there has to be some cutoff line, right? Like, I really do love just getting where I want to be and getting the Tempest, and something about it just sits well with me. Like this burrito. Amazing, guys. Let me go ahead and tell everyone that I'm ready so don't hold them up. Ready whenever. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god, it's starting. Whoops. Hang on. Hang on. Bob toss. Bob toss. Bob toss. Okay. Oh, I missed you so much. Okay. Alright. Oh shit, I didn't change scenes. That's fine. Nobody panic. Everything's okay. Alright. Here we guys go. First PB... No, it's not. Spawning in the bottom left-hand position of Blackpink, representing our green Zerg player. Please give a warm welcome to AFire. Playing for AFire, as you may have noticed. I didn't say his name, did I? I just said a bunch of weird... Give it up for Rock the House! And Rock the House's opponent spawning in the top right-hand position of Blackpink. She doesn't prefer to rock the house, she prefers to rock your world. That is if you are a Zerg or a Terran player, because we saw what she could do to those guys. Oh, absolutely unspeakable things. Things you do not teach you in school. Give it up for the one, the only, Psionic Aftermath's very own Scarlet Protoss. It is November. Scarlet Toss. We'll come up with a better name, I swear. The Queen of Psyblades. No, that doesn't count. November going for some pretty standard play here. Actually, whoa, really weird. Cybercore before Nexus. Definitely not oh, she's also getting a Zealot too. That's right, because... Oh, because that, right. Was this a... No, that wasn't... Actually, yeah, that was actually a hatch pool, I'm pretty sure it was. A little bit of hang on. Before we get into this, the Scarlet Toss, the Scarlet Protoss, Scarlet Protoss, the Scarlet Protoss, the Scarlet Toss, the Garlic Toss, the Garlic. I don't know. The Garlic Toss sounds like a really weird Food Olympic sport. All right, well, what is this Scarlet Protoss for now until someone thinks of something better to call her? But she is amazing, you guys. So. November showing a little bit of scarediness here. Gonna go ahead and get that Cybercore before the Nexus in order to defend herself against this quick hatch and gas. However, I think this may be a little bit of, not inexperience, but more like, you know, unusualness. Telling you when you see something like this, it's not an all-in right away, right? That's more like a 13-12, and they don't really get this natural hatchery with that too, so... Generally what happens more times than not is what we see here. It's going to be a roach warren, so 5 roaches are on the way. November is getting a Stargate in her main base, keeping it nice and safe. November is actually going to go ahead and scout out with this Adept. Has to be careful not to lose it. In fact, Mailbog Boo's finish is close enough that I feel as though she just might anyways. Gonna go and shoot across the map. She needs that information, which I think is very, very good of her. But she still has no idea what's going on. There we go. Does now scout the roaches and tries to make a run for it. Actually, gonna go and send that shape back on to the middle line. That's actually pretty cute. Delay at one roach getting there is, you know, pretty fine. But now the clock is ticking. What does November do? Get some stalkers? Absolutely. Just she needs shield batteries. No more workers from this point on. Cancel that if you can. She doesn't. Now she has no minerals for a void raid, and it's honestly going to be a void raid that saves her. It's going to be a roach, ling, flood, a couple of ravagers bust on the wall, lings flood on in. November needs to wall off. She needs to wall off quickly. She needs to wall off now. She's still making probes. Oh, she's still making probes. She thinks it's just a roach rush. No. That hasn't been viable for a very long time, guys. November does still have no idea what's really in store for her. She's gonna go ahead and lose the soccer, and the Adept can't be losing those. Oh my god, everything's going down. Only a void raid left to get this game. Only a void raid left to save this game for the only pile empowering. Everything goes down. I think this was just a mystery from November. She's already taking so much damage from these roaches and lings. She has to fight with the probes now, getting an oracle to clean up the probes, a void raid to clean up the roaches. The oracle to clean up the lings, actually, rather. And looks as though November just misread the situation. Very unfortunate. Already a lot of workers going down. She's still up 12 though. Did she even lose any workers so far? Yeah, she lost 2. So it's still not looking amazing. But actually, Rock the House is actually focusing the Nexus there for a second. Kind of a mistake there. Needs to get those things, needs to get those squares back. Needs to let those flying units do their damage. Let them take their time to pop on out and get good trades. Yeah. I mean, an Oracle just now pops out, but this isn't enough to hold off against it. Yeah, there you go. Gonna go ahead and run on through. Exhaust all the energy with the Oracle with these few lings, and then when the rest flood in, what are you gonna do then, November? What are you gonna do then? Still no wall up here at the natural, and November is just gonna get... Yep, she's gonna get her house rocked, as they say, as she loses 20 probes in this aggression. Rockdow's just constantly spamming units across the map, and honestly, no reason for him to stop. If he stops and starts droning, he still has, or if he doesn't stop, he still has a nice worker advantage, and November is dying every time links come in. GG is called, and Rockdow takes a very convincing game over November, and unfortunately that does mean that we are now tied up 2-2. Oh man. Oh, Sushi says it was gas pool hatch, and they said they're definitely gonna dock my salary. Yep, which means I start to owe them for every cast I do. So, kind of does suck malarkey there. It was gas pool hatch, gas pool hatch. So never mind then. But if you see the, yeah, if it's gas pool hatch, it definitely can just be a Baning all in. In which case you have to still play more defensive than November was playing. It was still kind of weird how laissez-faire she's being about the whole thing. Whatever. Someone says Backswitch says Queen of Ire. That's more like if Scarlet were to change back to Protoss and then win BlizzCon. That's Queen of Ire. So maybe not Queen of Ire, Scarletoss? Scarletoss actually sounds pretty cool. Scarlet, it sounds, but I want there to be like a Scarlet in it so people know it's Scarlet, but without it sounding tacky. I don't know, you guys. I am not the one to ask about this. I once called my teacher dad once, so not the guy to talk to about this kind of stuff. Oh boy. Xenodactyl says spoilers. Not quite certain. This was 2 minutes ago, so I have to remember what I said 2 minutes ago, which is kind of hard. Honestly, you think I defended? Oh, it was November being a spoiler. Spoiler sport. Spoiler sport. Yeah, she thought it was pure roaches. Yeah, that's what I thought she was thinking. But, nope. It is gonna be that, sort of thing. And, you know, honestly, you should definitely not even be making probes up there. But it's fine. It's whatever. She did her best. She took good 2 maps. And now she has to leave it up to whoever else is playing. Not quite certain who it is. It's gonna be Sushi playing. Hey, that's pretty cool. OFE, your map pick. No, that name glad to see. Yeah, very cool. Who is that? TAWOT, Team Wars? Who's in the party? OFE? Yeah, OFE is our player. He's gonna be our next player, so that's pretty groovy. Anything besides Blackpink, that's right. Not quite certain the map format, but... It's anything but the map you just played on is my best guess. Anyways, let's take a quick vote in chat. If you want me to eat my burrito on camera, don't type anything. But if you don't want me to, type in a bunch of no's. Ready? Go! Oh, I'm not seeing any no's. Oh, well, you guys, I guess you guys have to watch me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ow! That may be something I deserved. My chair hit me funny bone. At least I have food. At least I got food, you guys. Oh, already? Alright, new game. If I can finish this before the game starts, I get to be Grandmaster. 3, 2, 1, go. Ew, I got bean in my nose. Gross. Man. Alright, 8 seconds. Now we got the hiccups. Great. Yay, I'm the GM. I actually got GM before a couple of times, but I could never stay in. I could never stay in, though I got it a couple of times. Oh, that's what she said. Okay, let's just switch back the scenes. Oh, don't let them see you cry. In the bottom right hand position of Acid Blade, representing Psionic Aftermath in all of its glory and kindness, it is the Red Zerg player, OFE. And no, I'm not going to call him Oaf, because he's not an oaf. He's a beautiful, smart little brain creature. And hey, Crumb is now hosting with one viewer, so that's very nice, Crumb. Thank you so much for the host. I really do appreciate that. Rock the house. Oh, shit. In the top left-hand position of Acid Blade, representing our green Zerg player, give it up for Rock the House, taking last game away from the Scarlet Toss herself. And looks at, yeah, I think Scarlet Toss flows pretty well. And yeah, he's gonna go ahead and go for what seems to be either the best defensive build in the entire eternity of everything happening ever, or he's just gonna go for some sort of weird aggression off of 1.5 hatcheries, kind of. Gonna have to see what he wants to do with that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this set on up. You know, I really do like this thing up here, but I think it clutters the scene too much, right? And like everything on here, you can just see it from down here, right? But I think it just looks so pretty. Look, not this, this. Oh, now it's like a square. I don't know. I like squares. I like squares. You know, why do I like squares? Because I like triangles even more. And what's a square? 2 triangles. That's what I thought. Now, OFE is going to go ahead and go for a more traditional PvZ route, going for that hatch, going for the gas, going for the pool. Meanwhile, Rock the House just going to go for a little bit of a different thing, gas hatch and then, or gas pool and then hatch rather, and it is going to be a Baning's Nest. Okay, so I've actually never seen this before. Rock the House is going to go for, I think, a 1.5 base Baning bust. I mean, so OFE should know that the hatchery is a little bit late. However, I'm not sure if he knows that it's necessarily going to be what it is. I mean, this is like also, depending on, you know, how made it is, it may have just been some sort of, you know, pool first and then hatchery build, or like pool first and then, yeah, hatchery. So I don't think he fully understands what's going on just yet. He is still making drones, which is a little concerning. I mean, his overlord is going to go ahead and be able to spot any links coming out across the map. So that is at least a good thing for OFE. And yeah, this is plenty of vision, so we should see a couple of things moving across the map. Actually, they're just kind of dancing in and out of range, so nothing too concerning here. And now OFE, things are gonna meet those of Rock the House, and now he's like, oh wait, there's speed? You got speed? And now he probably knows what up. Is there any spines going down back at home? No, he does have a Banix Nest of his own, but he's gonna go ahead and start blocking the ramp, I think. Does he understand what's going on? I don't know. He's gonna lose all of these Zerglings. Wow. Not even fighting with them. A very bad move. Or unfortunate move there from our friend OFE. I don't think he knows what's up. I don't think he knows what's good in the hood. There's already Banings out, and he's still... Oh, someone else hosting our stream. Thank you, Tremor. Really do appreciate that. And, yeah, speaking of appreciating stuff, I appreciate the fact that OFE is probably not going to die here, because look at that. Ah, never mind. Jesus, Baning, what are you doing? Gonna go ahead and take care of all of those links here. And this queen just barely survived. Needs to get that inject out. There we go. Keep that production nice and powerful. OFE still trying to hold on. If he holds on, he'll have an extra hatchery, a couple of extra bases, or an extra hatchery and a couple of extra workers too. Yeah, to help him out. But it looks as though, you know, it still looks doable. It still looks very doable. And 4 links actually do end up going down. You know, micro is so hard in these early game situations. And actually, Rockhouse is going to go ahead and go for the 3rd. A very easy cancel there. A little bit of a mistake there actually from our friend OFE. Could have made Rock the House attack that for a little longer before canceling it. So definitely it's some sort of mistake there. Nice Baning connect from our friend OFE. Rock the House still having a little bit of problems. Pushing in. OFE getting very bold with those Banings. I understand. You're looking for the amazing connections, but you need to stay back. You need to stay back. You need to not die. And that was bad. Pretty bad Baning connects for our friend OFE. Thankfully, you know, Rock the House isn't really capitalizing it 2-2. I feel as though this was a little bit too late of an aggression to really be that powerful. I mean, OFE is going to go ahead now. It's just pure links versus pure links. And OFE does take the better half of that engagement. Rock the House just kind of going for a weird type of aggression. It seems as though if you want to do this, you do this off of 1 base, because it just kind of hit a little too slow. OFE already had a Baning Nest halfway done. He already saw the links leave pretty early with the Overlord. I mean, the map looks, on the bright side, the map looks pretty damn festive, really. Look at this. So pretty. I mean, it's like Christmas just barfed all over StarCraft, and I love it. OFE Ooh, I don't want to know what happened there. Orphe actually looking for the great Bane connects. Chase 2 for 2. So that's just kind of stating the fact there. And actually a big counterattack. He is so bold. Look at this guy go. Gonna go and send the majority of his army over to harass his opponent. Very ballsy indeed. OFE, meanwhile, is gonna go and have to hold this off in the main base. The Banelings are so good. However, they need support just like Ultras. You know, most units actually, they need things to help them out. And actually, OFE doesn't get the hatchery at all. Doesn't get any workers. And now he's taking not amazing trades with these things, though more are reinforcing on maybe able to end up taking this hatchery out after all. Rockhouse just taps out. He thinks he can't do it. GG is called. And OFE brings it up 32 for Psionic Aftermath. Wow, what an explosive game there. I actually do love that artwork actually that I just saw there. Look at this explosivity, malivity. So Baneling connects were absolutely crucial there for OFE for winning the game. Obviously I couldn't catch all of them because, you know, casting ZVZ is something you're either born with. It's like being a piano genius. You can learn the piano, sure, but why learn the piano when there's like a million people who can already just like play it super fluently with their feet at age 0, right? How does that relate to casting? I don't know. Please be creative. I can't be. Yeah, but looking at the graphs here, always a little bit ahead in resources. Orphe always had a little bit of extra money to spare, and the push from Rockdash just came a little too late. So, could on OFE for putting us on a match point, I think, because this is a best of 7, maybe? I'll know in 2 minutes. I'll definitely know in 2 minutes. But for now, probably not. Okie dokie. Whew. My teeth kind of hurt. Oh, I need to make a dentist appointment. That's right. Scheisse. Shoot, I need to do that soon, don't I? Alright, I'll be back. Of course, I'm not making a dentist appointment. Hello? Yep. Hi. Do you have, like, Saturday mornings? Like, next Saturday? Oh. Well, that's okay. I'd have to go back to casting StarCraft now. Are you telling me you know what StarCraft is? Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't just give out autographs. They may be worth so much one day, and I don't want to flood the market. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna retire, actually. Alright. 200 an hour, but for birthday parties, it's 500. Because, you know, time... It takes away from my practice time, you know? Okay. Alright. Love you too, Janet. Alright. Bye-bye. No more, yeah, I have been flossing. Okay, see ya. Now to unmute my mic. Let's get back to this work. Oh, it was already not. Okay, Catalyst is going to be our next map. Let's go ahead and see how that turns out, folks. I'm really excited for this, as Catalyst is one of my most favorite maps in the map pool because it's kind of short, and you can kind of do a lot of things on it, and it's just aggressive enough to be able to be very aggressive, and it's just macro enough to take 4 bases and not cry about it. So I'm very, very interested to see what is going to happen in this game. It is going to be a Zerg. Zerg's definitely, as a general rule of thumb. And there we go. 2 minutes have gone by. I've got my answer. It is the best of 9. Oh, wow. Best of 9, huh? Okay, I'm just stretching my legs. I'm not moaning. I'm just... my thighs. Okay, we're good. We are good. Best of 9s. These are what I thrive off of, folks. I mean, when you do enough best of 9s, eventually you look at a best of 3 that you have to cast, and you're just like, ah ha 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 ha, child's play. And then boom, 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 you make a couple of, you know, pants jokes, and then you're in business. But for best of 9, you gotta play the long haul. You gotta play the long con, you guys. Oh, wait, they're waiting for me. Oh, look, They're just now making the... I'm ready, wait, I'm ready. With the heart. Oh, I just realized it's 2 minutes later and you guys are just now getting the whole dentist appointment thing. Never mind, guys, it's fine. It's fine, let's just ignore that. Beat the game, we're good. Oh, they don't want to start. Oh boy. Oh, okay, I'm not actually making a disappointment, guys. I swear. Okay, now they're asking if the players are ready. Okay, we're good. Another ZBZ on an even shorter map, so this should actually be over pretty damn soon. Wait. Last map was on Catalyst. Wait, what? I thought you couldn't pick. That's kind of weird. Huh, that's fine though. We are gonna go and jump on in. Look at that sexy rogue portrait. I know that's rogue. How do I know that's rogue? I know that's rogue. I know it's rogue. Rogue looks so good. I used to have a really cool Neeb portrait for his Katowice, his war chest Katowice portrait. That was actually pretty cool. I used that for my portrait for quite a long time. And now I'm thinking of using like a different portrait. I don't know, we'll have to see. Spawning in the top left-hand position of Catalyst. He is representing our purple Zerg player. Give it up for AFire's very own Rare. Rare, like I like my steaks. Rare, like I like my pepes. Rare, as I like my... yeah? Okay. I only had 2 things for you, so I'm sorry. And in the bottom left-hand corner, bottom right-hand corner, weighing in at 245 minerals. Give it up for Psionic Aftermaths OFE. Emphasis on the E there, cause shit, I had something for this. Like shit, I messed it up. OFE, more like OFWE. What a crazy last match. I'm sorry. I didn't get a lot of sleep because I was playing StarCraft until 2 and I'm sorry. I really am. Okay, let's go and see what's happening there. Both players, very mirrored build, you know, mirror matchup in the strictest sense of the word. Hatch, gas, pool, blah, blah, blah. You've all seen this. A story told 1,000 times. A story as old as time, as a matter of fact. So that means that means there's 1,000 instances of time, which means in each one of those 1,000 instances of time, there's been this story. That's probably something what I said. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see this hatchery pop. I've never really looked at an... Okay, I know this is weird. I've never seen a hatchery pop, like, really study its animation. I know... Ew. Ew. Okay, now I know why. Can I see it on this one? Oh, no. Too mirrored of a build. I didn't really know that... Okay, so I learned something new. It kind of just looks like... You know those, like, seed things that you touch them and they go... Right? They're like little cylinders of leaves, and you touch it and it goes like... Right? Kind of like the same thing, but in reverse here. And then there's like a little bit of like creep spray at the top of it. That's just like when it pops up. Ugh, it's disgusting. Alright. Rare is still running on a baiting nest, probably just for regular baiting nest purpose things. So nothing too much to read into over there. Let me see a couple of things actually. Alright, we're good. Alright, so baiting nest for both players, speed for both players, third hatchery for both players. Yeah. Hatchery for both players. Both players are gonna go ahead and get almost the same amount of names, actually. Yeah. This is ZVZ, guys. ZVZ. Actually, pretty interesting here. Orphe has one more Overlord, which is actually a little interesting. So, one of these guys is doing something wrong if one of them has one more Overlord than the other when it's this mirrored. Not too wrong, but probably just like a little, you know, fine enhancement, tweak quality of life thing that they could be improving upon. But yeah, let's talk about ZBZ. No one wants to talk about it nowadays. It's almost like talking about, like, you know, things that people are hush-hush about, like talking about balance. I mean, ZBZ has for a very long time. It's been touted as one of the quote-unquote boring matchups. Not necessarily because it sucks, but because, well, that too, but hang on, maybe I'm being a little insensitive here. Not necessarily because it sucks, but because it's almost as if It's like, some games, it's like over in like a couple of minutes, and then some games, it's just, he had 2 more roaches than me, so now I'm dead. And some games, it's just, we're always on Link Bane. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of micro action here, and it's a very challenging game to cast, and a very entertaining game to watch, but it's kind of, I don't know, I have a better, it's my least favorite matchup. And even though I do love all StarCraft, it definitely is my, one that I have the most gripes about. But that's a story for another time. This can definitely be a little more interesting in Legacy of the Void, especially with the inception of units like Lurkers and Ravagers. Now it's a lot more than just roaches barfing on each other for a couple of minutes and then seeing who comes out on top. No, 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 no. Now people actually have good established tech paths that they can follow in the mid-game. People actually go for Lurkers in the mid-game. It's actually very cool. And, you know, people have been doing a little bit more Spire play recently. I think it's actually a lot more dynamic than it has been in the past. So, I definitely do look forward to that. Definitely doesn't make it my favorite matchup. No, no, no. But it definitely makes it one of the ones that I like a lot. Definitely more than I used to like it. Alright. Nobody cares what you like, Mr. 789. Just cast the damn game. Of course! Of course, disgruntled loyal viewer. Let's go ahead and see what we are doing here. No layer for either player just yet. Am I right about that? Am I right about that? Structures. Yep, ain't nobody got a lair. So, the only thing we really do have is a couple of Evo Chambers and a Roach Warren for our friend Rare. OFE, meanwhile, opting to go for, you know, I'm talking about like structures when there's a bunch of things exploding, but that's just kind of what you gotta do in ZVZ. He's gonna go for the quicker carapace upgrade, kind of signaling that he wants to stay on Link Bane for a little bit of a while, almost as if to suggest that he wants to just do a big Link Bane bust eventually. A little bit of an odd choice here, but it may end up just working out here at the end. Has to wait until Carapace finishes to engage, but as soon as these things get here, there's going to be Carapace, and there's not going to be many roaches out. Only a couple now trickling on through. 2 so far. Definitely not enough to make any difference. And now with the +1 Carapace, look at that! They attack after they get exploded on! And it's actually amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and keep on engagement. There's a lot of banings, making it a little bit too difficult. A little bit more difficult rather for the Lings, but it seems to be actually enough. Rare is holding off spectacularly, isn't he? And now it's roaches against Lings, and OFP is still making Lings. This is a little unfortunate here. Floating a lot of minerals too, not being able to spend his money really the way he's supposed to be. Actually, what would be really cute is to put a couple of Lings on hold position there. That'd be so awesome. But he does not do such things, and it looks as though, with the exception of a couple of drone losses, oh, actually more than a couple, like 6-ish, like 7 now. Can he get 8? No, he's gonna go ahead and run away. Run, little Lings, be free to pick off his hatchery. Oh my god, he's gonna pick it off. Wait, I was joking. Wait, it was a joke. Oh, wow, Rare loses his hatchery there. That is not really what you want to be seeing. And still streaming across and half with Lings is OFE. These things, I've gotten folks around on the roaches, but they are pretty high in number, but the +1 Carapace is helping out so much, and the roaches don't have their +1 attack yet. And without that +1 attack, they still can't two-shot Lings. Though the trades have been pretty abysmal that Rare OFE has been taking, it has been enough to make Rare just kind of feel a little bit of pressure. By that, I mean he lost his 3rd base. But Rare is struggling to spend his money. Look at this. Both players are floating like 700 minerals here. It's very important in ZVZ to get constant index, to have enough hatcheries to produce all that you need to be producing. And unfortunately here for both players, they seem to be floating a lot of resources. Let's go back on OFE's side of the map here. Is there any transition? And yes, there is. A layer starts, 10 more drones, and a couple of gases are taken on the natural. So OFE is definitely going to be able to start and do a little bit more, hang on, 1 second, there we go, a little bit more entertaining things, a little bit more complex units from now on. Take a look at his units tab actually. He does have 6 larvae, okay. Wonder what he's gonna go ahead and save those for. I'm actually very curious. They're both joining up now, but the counterattack from Rare is gonna be pretty scary. He hasn't gotten any upgrades, even though he did go for double Evo. That just may be because he has had some trouble mining from those extractors. I noticed they weren't really, you know, mining 100% of the time, so maybe that's it. OFE, meanwhile, is going to go and keep on looking for openings. Leads with 1 observing. Very smart to scout out any potential banings. Gonna go ahead and almost runs. He does run right into them. Whoa, thank God for +1 Carapace. Oh, Ophi, that was so scary. You scared me, man. Don't do that, please. And he does go for the Spire. Okay, so it is going to be a Spire follow-up, though it's just this is starting to get to the point where the roach count is getting high enough. You know, the paintings are also there to supplement. It's just kind of scary to go up to AFire. I mean, don't get me wrong, what AFire is doing is exactly what he needs to be doing if he wants to go up to AFire. He has to keep Rare on his side of the map, has to threaten the cancellation of the third, has to threaten the run by in the natural. But this is gonna do a lot of damage if it ever moves across the map. Don't get me wrong, these roaches are not gonna die to Lynx, +1 Carapace or no. And actually +1 missiles is finishing on up here pretty soon. Or rather, in a minute or two. Definitely not before the Spire though. And AFire starts to see this move out from our friend Rare. Rare decides that he wants to try and get some damage done. And actually, AFire... Wait, what? Oh, okay, I thought these were attacking his own Lings. And I was like, are those Rare spines? Because if he got those in position, that's like the biggest accomplishment ever made by any person. Now, Rare is pushing on enough. AFire just had a couple more seconds to spare. Maybe this wouldn't be such a hard pull. There we go, 10 meters to start up right now. But Rare is not going to give him the time to do that. He's going to go ahead and start move right on and goes right on top of these spines. Going to go ahead and start taking some pretty good trades against there. Has to split amazingly against the paintings. Thankfully, they do take 2 shots, and the things are just trying to buy time. They're trying to make sure the roaches don't get to the valuable drone and make sure they don't start taking out those key structures. And now with the spines doing so much damage, the mutants are finally popping out. The roaches forced back. And now the mutants are going to clean up all these roaches from Rare. An excellent defense from AFire. Precisely timed. Absolutely incredible. And now Rare is on the run. 54 to 50 total workers. But the tech supply, or the tech advantage, is undeniable. He's going to move straight across the map. Spores are desperately trying to be started. And AFire is going to go and start targeting them down. The Ling started to jump on top of the Queen. The first to go. 2 spores though. 3 spores now, very scary to fight under AFire. May have been a little bit too greedy. Yeah, gonna lose actually much more meters than he should have. 2 actually, so gonna go ahead and has to settle for just a couple of overlords across the map. There we go, 3 should be just fine. AFire thinks to himself. 6 more meters now are on the way, so good job spending that big bank. Rare also, as you can see, not slacking on that macro either. 61 to 50 total workers though. Definitely an advantage here for Rare, and he's gonna go ahead and throw down the... I almost said the... nothing. He's gonna go ahead and throw down the Nidus Worm, and that is actually a very nice response to these mutants, I think. Does Rare scouted? Does Rare get scouted? I'm not certain. He's gonna go ahead and just barely not see it, and oh, Rare does end up getting him into the drone line. He has to click on that. There's no way he doesn't, and now he knows that there is a Nidus Worm on the way. Even though he knows it's coming, though, it can be very hard to stop. He only has Lings, and he only has... Wait. I can speak, I swear. He only has Lings, and he only has Banes, and he only has Mutas. Kind of defeats the purpose of me saying only has, when he actually only has multiple things. Which I just said only has again. But yeah, this is actually going to be a very scary push to hold on to from Rare, because, you know, Banings, Hydras, Roaches, Queens, those do pretty great against Mutas, is what the word on the street is. Thankfully though, AFire is crossing his T's, dotting his I's. This is what his map vision looks like. This is what Rare's map vision looks like. That's your map vision. This is what Rare looks at the... Oh wait, that's not even his! He's not even his! Whoopsie doodle. Okay, so Rare is actually as blind as a bat here. He's getting in the Nidus, but he's not really... So he's going into the Nidus Worm, but he's not really going in the Nidus Worm, you know? So a couple of things are going to be able to finally get himself some vision to move across the map here. There he goes. He just started up over there. AFire, he sees that, right? Yeah, he sees it. Quick check in the Nidus Worm. Did the Queens go in first? Yes, they did. So a lot of transfuses are going to come on out, and these Hydras are actually going to be very scary to deal with. And here we go. The transfuses. Oh, not quick enough! Oh, not quick enough was Rare. That was a bungled of Nidus there from our friend Rare. That was actually very bad. That was actually really not good. This buys AFire not only time, but a couple of valuable pickoffs on the Queens. And then those Hydras get time to come on back and turn into Lurkers. Guys, you know how I said at the beginning I didn't really like PvZ or ZVZ that much? I think I'm starting to like it. Oh my god, Rare is just playing, or AFire rather, just playing this so well. So many Lurkers. Lurker Muta, you guys. Lurker Muta. Was that a thing back in Brood War? Actually, does anyone know? Because I want to do like a cycle of life thing. Was Lurker Muta ever a thing in Brood War? Because if so, that would just be so magical. Oh, I knew what's actually super cool. What if you hold positions these? No. What if he does that thing where they don't attack? He's doing the thing! He's doing the thing! Oh, Wolfie's doing the thing, and now Rare sees the spines. He starts shredding the whole army. There they go. Down they went. So damaged are the units. Wow. Anybody that makes me scream like it's Google deserves my respect. And OFE gonna burrow in the face of Rare. I got rice in my throat. Gonna burrow in the face of Rare, forcing him. Still good rice. In the to cede that position, 74 to 92 total army supply in favor of OFE, burrowing in his face. Look at this. This is just not gonna work out. Still a lot of mutants in the air to supplement these lurkers. Queen's going on down. They have nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Just stuck on this little creep island, trying to spread as much creep as they can. Actually, pretty cute. I'm half tempted to see OFE put a couple of lurkers here and just keep them there, because he is losing lurkers every time he moves forward. Don't get me wrong, he has lost 6 lurkers so far in all this repositioning, so not the cleanest of plays, but definitely the okayest of plays. Oh, I still got rest in my throat. Did the game end? Oh no, it ended! Oh, GG! GG, wow, GG is called! And Rare loses the game, and OFE brings us to match point. What a zerg, guys. Oh, I think this guy is just gonna be called Scarlet. So we have the Scarlet toss, and now we just have Scarlet. Look at Scarlet go. Scarlet is so good. Look at Scarlet's army supply graph. Look at that. Scarlet is so good. Scarlet is just so good. Upgrade spending. Scarlet's gotcha. Resource collections rate. Scarlet's gotcha. Army value. Forget about it. Scarlet's gotcha. Amazing play. Crikey, that is amazing play. That was so good. Okay. Let me go ahead and check on chat. I'm just gonna read chat for a little bit, maybe a little bit quiet, because I like to read chat, because I really do like looking at all this stuff. So let me see. Automod is like holding. Oh, I have to allow that. Whoopsie doodle. Oh, that's right, I'm a mod. Oh, okay. It was holding you son of a bitch for me for review, so I was like, yeah, sure. We're all Amiga chachos here, aren't we? Alright. Let's see. Man, you guys are hilarious, you know that? That's why I'm laughing right now, because you guys are so hilarious. Psionic Mathermats. Oh man, 31 concurrent viewers. Amazon-azing. Exogenesis actually freaking out in chat 2 minutes ago. Very cool. Alright, OFE says he needs 1 minute, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and give him a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some water, because I am dehydrated. As we pass into the 1 hour and 40-minute mark of the stream, that's generally when I have to take my first sip of water. The breather also didn't help with hydration either, so. Ooh, Acid Pen is going to be our next map. Very nice. Alright, we're hydrated, and we are better than ever. TAWOT says, Team Wars, are the players ready? Let's see if they are. OFE. Actually, I'm ready. I know I'm ready. I'm just gonna say I'm ready, because I don't want to keep them up. And it's gonna be a PVZ. Oh, so conflicted. On one hand, I got my race. On the other hand, I got my boys. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to vote for. Zero idea. I'm gonna vote for OFE, because I love him, because he shows cool stuff. I'm gonna vote for him. Meanwhile, wait, hang on, I don't want the last image that you guys see me slumped over in my chair, casting this. No, it's gonna be But that's gonna be the fadeaway scene. Look at this. Let's get ready to jump on into game, you guys. The possible final game, last game of the TAWOT match between Psionic Aftermath and AFire. Personally, my money's on OFV. We'll just have to see those spawning in the top left-hand position of as the plant, representing our blue Protoss player, playing for AFire. Give it up for Evils. Every villain is lemons. And his opponent spawning in the bottom right-hand position of Acid Plant, representing the pink Zerg player, showing extreme dominance the last 2 games he played. I'm too far. Give it up for Psionic Aftermath's very own OFE. Stands for, of course, forever, eternity. Yeah, he's that good. Now, he's going to go in and go for a hatch first here. Probably going to play super standard because Acid Plant, if you haven't realized, it has a lot of, let's say, abusable positions, especially on this third base. When you check to see a ramp so close to the third base over here, and especially considering that Protoss kind of likes to wall off this area over here, you kind of get to see the fact that, you know, if Zerg gets a good position over here, Protoss can't move into that because there's an Nexus right here, probably a pylon right here, maybe even a couple of gateways and a shield battery or something like mucking all of this up. So definitely a game of positioning is Acid Plant with all these ramps and all these choke points. Definitely very interesting to see which way Evil is going to take it. We have seen Colossus play actually be pretty dominating on Acid Plant for some people, having a great amount of success with it. Not quite certain that's the way Evil wants to go, especially considering, you know, Colossus aren't really the easiest to control, and OFE is shown to be, you know, this guy has great control. He just played 2 ZVZs back to back. His fingers are like, you could cook an egg on those things, so probably not the best time to try and out micro OFE. If I were Evils right now, I would take it slow. I would want to see OFE in the long con. In PvZ, I would get a couple of, I would go, let's say, Stargate, because you open Stargate every match no matter what. You open Stargate, maybe go into Templar drops with like Archons and stuff like that. Maybe do a little bit of harassment like that. Do a couple of charge out warpings, keep some pressure on OFE, expand, get that tech up. I think that would be a very good way to deal with OFE's style of just kind of, not really gimmicky, but trying to catch you a little off guard, right? Doing something a little unusual. So when you take the initiative away from OFE, like that kind of style, I think it'll be a very, very good counter to him. Now, OFE, hang on, wait. Is it this or this? I don't know. I think it's this. Alright, so, OFE, meanwhile, is not here to make friends, though. He's not here to satisfy my caster casting or my caster's itch, which my doctor definitely he needs to take a second look at, because, you know, I think he just kind of missed a couple of things, and I'm going to mention it to him at my next checkup. But he is not here to play games and make friends. He's going to go for +1 melee. Kind of odd. We have seen Scarlet go for +1 melee, but it's still a little jank. I'm not going to lie. It's a little jank. It's not standard. And, oh, it looks as though Evils, ooh, going to go ahead and get these adepts caught on out, but yeah, I think OFE got a little bit too eager here. Never mind! Money Ball Boost is about to finish. Can he get an adept? It doesn't look like it. Wow, little unfortunate here. 2 kills, yeah. So 4 links lost for the price of, the low price actually, of nothing a Rooney. Gonna go and load up this Overlord, and actually Evil scuts it out immediately. Oh, FE is not gonna have a fun time with this, let me tell you. Is Overlord gonna drop it? This is the best, simultaneously the best and worst action thriller I've ever seen in my life. Needs to start unloading now. Is he gonna get all of them out? Oh! Yes, at the very last second he gets all of them out. Needs to go ahead and keep those things together. Ooh, a little bit of a misplay here. Meanwhile at the front, there's a shield battery. It's gonna be very hard to break this through, especially with the sentry. Already, kind of a rocky start for our friend OFE. It's already going back to droning. Actually, wow, the links in the main loop around to the natural. Get 9 drones, or rather probes, not bad. Oracle though comes in and puts an end to such shenanigans. The shield battery is out of energy, so that is gonna be a little bit of a fortunate stroke of luck there. OFE not done yet, though. He's still gonna try and break this down. This is the one time I'm rooting for the adept to fall in the wall, and it is gonna go down the... Oh, the adept doesn't come back in time to block it. That's gonna go down as well, and like I said, the Oracle, it can kill links, but they're so fast, it takes energy. And it may just not happen fast enough for, let's say, 8-ish lings in the main base. OFE, don't get greedy now. Actually, never mind. Please don't listen to me and keep doing what you're doing, because you are about to win TAWOT for us. Look at this. Already on approximately equal worker counts. A lot of lings working away at this wall over here. Gonna take out the pylons, gonna take out the shield batteries. And we just gotta cheer for bits. Snoopy cheered 100 bits because he loves what he's seeing. Psionic Aftermath is in a dominating position in this game thus far. 28 workers to 21. Though that is about to change here very, very soon. Ling's dancing in his mineral line. Evils is trying to warp in a zealot. Overwhelming GG is called. And OFE brings it home for Psionic Aftermath in dominating position over AFire Gaming 5-2. Or 5-3. I kind of lost track there because I was so hyped up by OFE. And by November, oh my god, we had some great plays, guys. Some great plays this tournament. This was so cool. Yeah, I think Evils definitely didn't give enough respect to the Ling drops. He saw the Overlord drop coming in so early, but didn't pull any probes, didn't pull his adepts from that wall. Let those Lings do so much damage. And that's all it takes, guys. That is all it takes. GG is called. We're starting to we're trying to do our bye-byes here in chat over here. They say thanks for the games. We say no problem. Absolutely our pleasure. And it was absolutely my pleasure as well to bring you guys this games. It was honestly a very enjoyable series to watch. And I hope you guys did think the same thing. If you did like my casting, you can go ahead and follow me on Twitch. I actually started streaming now, and it'd be really... If you do enjoy the way I cast and kind of stuff like that, and you think I'd be entertaining to watch stream some stuff sometimes, you can go and follow me. I'm planning on doing a stream here in like 30 minutes or so. So that'd be pretty cool if you guys can watch it. Just drop on by and say hi or give me a follow. I'd be super appreciative of, you know, whatever. Enough self-whoring for me. If you actually have any replays you want to have cast, I'm getting back into casting too. So definitely go ahead and hit me up at Mr789 at Outlook.com. I use Outlook. Please don't judge me for that. I think it's fine. Mr789 at Outlook.com. You send me any replays you want over there. I'll be sure to cast them, put them right up on my channel on YouTube, and you guys will love it. At least I hope so. So, is there anything I am missing here? If you did enjoy the stream, please consider following Psionic Aftermath. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a couple of bits if you feel it in your heart of hearts. And that should be it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember, as always, that the internet could always use a couple of more heroes.